So we can continue. That was the story of Aditi, how she kept the fast, and then Vishnu will now be born as Upendra or Vaman in her home. Now, the yajna, which was being performed by Bali, yajna means a fire sacrifice, right? So he was preparing for a horse sacrifice. Vaman desired to attend the yajna. The yajna say the sacrifice which was being done by Bali. Vaman met now. It was time to teach Bali the lesson. So he desired to attend the yajna. Now, during the yajna, everyone saw a brilliant light and they mistook it to be the sun god. In fact, he was Vaman. Right? So Vaman, when he went there, he had the brilliance like the sun. His physical appearance was as such. He was so brilliant, and brilliant slowly like the sun. But he was not the sun, yes, here he was Vaman. He was very short, as we said, he was a dwarf. He was carrying an umbrella. He was a Brahmin, don't forget. He was carrying an umbrella and a pot of water, which we call the kamandal. Almost all the sages of those times, the China and kamandal, right? So Bali honored Vaman, say he welcomed him. Okay, I was looking for something. Bali honored him, he welcomed him, because don't forget, Bali is the noble one, nice person, and that Vaman came to attend, supposimo, to attend the yajna. So he welcomed the person, Vaman. Now, Bali requested him to ask for something or a boon, right? He was normal, modern horse sacrifice or any kind of sacrifice that the kings usually were doing at those times. They were always doing charity during the sacrifice or after the sacrifice. The fair charities or donation. So he asked Bali to, Bali asked Vaman to ask for something he wants. Now, seeing Vaman, the guru of the demon, Shukracharya, he knew that he was Vishnu himself. He knew that. He also warned Bali not to give any such kind of promise or any boon that he will be in trouble later on. Okay. But Bali, he was generous, he was great. He wanted to grant the boon to the dwarf. Okay. So what Vaman asked, he said, "O wise king, if you want to give something, then give me as much land which I can cover with 3 steps." Okay. It looks surprising, and dwarf, Nikoma and Tine and Dumunkili incomplete. So Lipiosti will not be a huge one, right? So Bali was quite surprised because Lipe had actually 3 steps of land. So just marché 3 steps, he will get that land for him. So Bali granted the dwarf the 3 steps of land. Now Shukracharya, who warned him that the dwarf, you should not give boons to the dwarf, he got angry at that time because Bali disobeyed him, right? So now see the thing now. See the situation. You have a guru. Shukracharya is a guru. We are supposed to be obedient to the guru. Most of the time, Bali was obedient to the guru. Good. Now, a person came, a guest, Vaman was as a guest there. A guest came and asked for something. It is the duty of every grihasti. Grihasti is a householder and right? Man or woman, whoever. It is the duty of a grihasti to give charity or whatever has been asked, if you want to say a boon in this case, to guests. Parce que, pas oublier, it has been said in the Vedas, Atithi Devo Bhava. That is, revere the guests as God. To revere them as God is to give them food, to give them what they need. That is the reverence, okay? C'est pas comme pour faire pray them as we pray God, no, but they are next to God, right? So we need to honor them. So the situation here, as I was telling you, Bali disobeyed his guru and he wanted to do his duty as a king, as a generous man, as a generous householder or a king, right? And he granted the boon to Vaman, the 3 steps of land. Though he did not want to disobey his guru, because, you know, everyone too, we need to respect our guru. Sa verse ki munja zutla Atithi Devo Bhava, officially Matri Devo Bhava. That is to revere the mother as God. Pitri Devo Bhava, to revere the father as God. Acharya Devo Bhava, to revere. Acharya means the guru as God, and then Atithi Devo Bhava. You can quote in your work whenever needed, right? Donc, so Shukracharya was very angry because Bali disobeyed him, and he cursed Bali instantly at that time that he would fall from his high position. His high position is right now, he is the king, he has all those powers, right? He has Amravati, he has everything. So he will fall from that position. And this is what eventually happened. So what about the 3 steps of land? With the first step, Vaman covered the earth. Then he was growing in size, gradually growing in size. With the second step, he covered the heaven. Now there's no place to cover. Infinite cover power to actually the whole universe right now. So what to do with the third step? He asked even Bali, you offered me 3 steps, but in 2 steps, I covered everything. I own everything now. What to do, where to place the third step? Then Bali actually offered his head, as seen the photo, offered his head for Vaman to place his third step. Eventually, Vaman placed his third step on the head of Bali. And what he did, he pushed Bali to Patal. To Patal means to netherland or nether region, or you call it hell, right? He pushed Bali there. In some stories, it is said that he killed Bali. He did not kill Bali, he pushed him there. So the Bali, now he was not living on the earth region, he was living on the nether region. That is the hell, what you say. He actually became the king of the hell at that time, right? Now, what is the lesson you withdraw here? Ponyama, that Bali honored what he said. He offered 3 steps of land. He gave that to Vaman. Et quand arrive, there's no place to put the third step. He offered his head. That is, he is ready to sacrifice himself. He is ready to sacrifice himself to honor his words, whatever he said, whatever he promised to someone, right? That is definitely a good virtue, a good quality he had in him. That is one lesson we can get. Deuxième, bien sûr, que Bali was punished for his bad behavior, for his bad qualities. This is what you call the law of karma. Whatever we do, we will get a reaction of it. That is, every action has a reaction. He did bad, he was punished for that. Another lesson we can learn here from Vishnu, from Vaman, that God can take any form. He took the form of Vaman, small one, a dwarf. He grew in size, means he has the power. He has the potency, the power to grow, to minimize himself, to do whatever he wants. He covered the earth, the heaven, and also he pushed Bali to Patal, to Netherland, which means he has authority in the universe. He is the creator. He is the preserver. He is the destroyer. He has authority. He is the master of everything, right? So these are lessons, don't forget, we learn from. Now, Trivikarma, what is it? Vaman accomplished his mission on earth, right? He get back what the Devas possess, that is the Amravati, in return, Amravati ban gods, right? After that, he was named Trivikarma. What does that mean? The one who encompasses the whole universe with 3 steps. Le mot tri veut dire 3. So Vaman got this name, Trivikarma. Then, as I told you, everything was returned to the gods. Indra went to heaven, got back to heaven, to Amravati, where he was ruling. He ruled again. Now, Bali was blessed by Vaman, though somehow he was punished, yes, but it is a blessing also that to live in the vicinity of God forever. Okay, Bali was also blessed to be free from worries, anxieties, diseases, fatigue, troubles, and all. C'est parce que il peut faire good actions also. That is why he got good results, that he was blessed. Et quand il fait quelque chose mauvais, he was also punished for that. No action in the universe goes unrewarded, right? We'll get the reward, good or bad. Now, Bali lost only material wealth. Il perdit tout ce qu'il tiene, the Amravati, etc. But he got the ultimate wealth. What can be the ultimate wealth is to be blessed, to be free from worries. That is definitely an ultimate wealth. And the ultimate wealth is to be in the vicinity of God forever. Vicinity within near him, right? Near God forever. That is the ultimate thing one needs. Ou bien it is our aim on earth to always be near God. So South Indians celebrate Onam festival to honor the Vaman avatar. In Mauritius, it is not so well celebrated. Some do, Mama does not celebrate at all. Some South Indian people, they do. But in India, it is a great festival, especially in Kerala, right? So they celebrate the Onam. In the Onam festival, they honor King Vaman, Lord Vaman, who came to punish Bali, and also we honor him, we remember him for his task, his duty, his greatness, right? And about this verse, I told you, it has the name of Bali. Bon, this part la is not for exam purpose. So just for you to know that, okay? We need not learn this for the exams. So here I repeat it again. So it has the name of Bali, Bali being the great one who was always tied to the path of righteousness, right? So we need to become like him, yes, not having his bad qualities, bien sûr, but as good as he was, we need to develop those qualities in us. What are the lessons that we learn from the Bali and the Vaman incarnation? That first very thing, that we do not own anything here. Yes, we can have house, we can have car, we can have many material things, but actually we do not possess them. They all belong to the Lord, to God. God only is the master of everything. God is omnipresent, he's everywhere. You can add more, he's omnipotent, right? He is omnipotent, he's omniscient. We need to perform yajna, which is a religious duty, right? Devotion alone matters to God. What is important to God? Say devotion. No ego, no arrogance, no bad qualities. Self-surrender is the peak of devotion, like Bali did. The third step, which Vaman needed, Bali kin forfeit, he offer his head. It means he surrendered himself. And that is the peak of devotion, where we surrender ourselves to God. That is surrendering to God with every action that we do, we surrender to God. What has to happen will happen, right? Surrendering to God. Power and wealth, power and wealth do not last long. For sure, nothing lasts long here. Everything will be destroyed. To keep a promise made, just like Bali, he kept a promise, and he gave a promise, sorry, so he kept that. Do not deviate from truth, means the right path, and devotion is duly rewarded. Yes, yeah, you can take the example of Aditi, for example. She prayed, she fasted, so she was blessed, right? And there are other lessons also I told you while explaining, right? So like here, he disobeyed his guru so that he could give charity donation, right? Yajna, as we said, it is the religious duty of people, of us, for us to do. Okay, so this is about the Vaman avatar, right? Now let's see the questions. Let's see the questions. What is meant by Vaman, right? Whose son was Vaman? Don't you name his parents. What is Vaman's original name? We saw that. What does the name mean? It has a meaning. You write the meaning. Who is Bali? Bali, bien sûr, he was the king and all. Mais aussi qui descendant, he was from which lineage? So this also you can write. Either you write the son of Virocha, the great grandson of Hiranyakashipu, the grandson of Prahalad, whatever you choose, but it's for 2 marks, at least 2 things you write. What is meant by Bali? What is the meaning of the word? Why was he invincible? He was invincible because he got many things, right? So that is the question. Why was he invincible? What advice did Brihaspati give to Indra? When Indra lost Amravati, he went to Brihaspati to ask for advice. So what were the advices given to him by Brihaspati? What did Kashyap advise Aditi? If you remember Aditi seeing Indra in the difficult situation, she asked advice from Kashyap. What was that? How far was she able to follow the advice of Kashyap? Eskinin succeed in following the advice of Kashyap or not? If you say yes, how? What happened later? that shows that she was able to follow. This should not be 5 marks. Okay, I'll correct this mark and send you another, right? Where did Bali and Vaman meet? Their first meeting, c'était où? Describe Vaman's physical appearance, how he looks in physically. What did Bali want to offer to Vaman? What was the boon asked by Vaman? Why was Bali pushed to nether region? Mulmekli 5 points. Try to elaborate on it. What do Vaman Avatar and Bali teach us? Mulmekli 10 marks. Try to write as much as you can. Okay, what are all the lessons that you learn from this story of Bali and of the Vaman Avatar, right? So these are your questions. I'll correct this mark, then I'll send you, right? So this